Hi, I'm Rosenberg from Unanimous AI, and today I'm going to talk about Hyperchat AI technology, which enables thoughtful and productive group conversation at unlimited scale and with significantly amplified team intelligence. And by unlimited scale, I mean 25 people, 50 people, 100 people, 250 people, thousands of people, all engaged in thoughtful and productive conversational deliberation where they can debate and argue and converge on solutions as a unified intelligence system. And by amplified team intelligence, I mean enabling these groups to conversationally reach smarter decisions, more accurate forecasts, more creative brainstorms, more insightful evaluations, more rigorous prioritizations. And before I talk about how we can do this across large organizations, I want to talk about the power of conversation itself and the current limitation that we face when we have large groups. So group deliberation is the most effective method for harnessing and amplifying team intelligence. And we all know this. Thoughtful conversation enables teams to combine their knowledge, wisdom, insight, and expertise to evaluate problems together, to brainstorm ideas, building off the ideas of others, to surface risks, arguing about the significance of various risks, debate options, and ultimately converge on optimized solutions. The problem is conversations only work for small teams. Research shows that the ideal size for a thoughtful deliberation is only about 4 to 7 people. At that size, each person gets enough airtime to express their views, low wait time to respond to others. But as group size grows, airtime drops, wait time increases. And when you get to above 8 to 10 people, it's just a series of speeches. And above 20 people, it's just chaos. So what do you do if you have a large team, like a Fortune 1000 company, for example? Average size, over 30,000 employees. Product teams can have hundreds of members. Sales teams can have hundreds of members. Support teams can have hundreds of members, etc. What do you do if you want to bring together 25, 30 people to have a thoughtful discussion, forecast something, plan something? What are you going to do? You're going to bring them into a Zoom call or Microsoft Teams or Google Meet or Slack? No. You can't bring 25 people into a meeting and have a productive conversation. Certainly not 50 or 100 or 250. So we currently live in a world where we have large enterprises, and yet today's teams can't have productive conversations with more than 8 to 12 people. And that's crazy. We solved this. We solved this over a period of years in developing this new technology we call Hyperchat AI that hyperconnects teams in real time using a swarm of AI agents. And what it does is it enables real-time conversations among network teams at unlimited scale so that these large teams can brainstorm together, prioritize together, assess risks together, forecast together, which is what we'll talk about today, problem solve together, align objectives, and reach decisions together. And prior research has shown that when groups are hyperconnected using this technology, it significantly amplifies team intelligence, it significantly speeds deliberation, reducing the time for large groups to reach solutions, and teams like it. Individuals feel more collaborative, feel more productive, feel more heard, and have more buy-in to the solutions as compared to other ways of collaborating. So, how does this work? How do you enable thoughtful real-time conversations at unlimited scale? Let's say I have 100 people and I want them to brainstorm together or prioritize or forecast, as we will talk about today. We solve this with this innovative use of AI agents. And so what we do is we take the 100 people who cannot hold a thoughtful conversation, and we break them into smaller groups that are well-sized for a thoughtful and productive deliberation. 3 to 5 people. Let's say we take 100 people and we break them into 20 groups of 5. Okay, that's easy to do. This doesn't solve the problem. This just creates 20 parallel conversations. So what we do is we have this innovative AI agent we call a conversational surrogate agent, and we put one into every one of these groups. And the job of this agent is to observe the local conversation it's in, the 3 or 4 or 5 people as they debate, discuss. And it's not just looking at a transcript, it's actually looking how do people interact with each other. So somebody puts forth an idea, does somebody else push back? Does somebody else have their opinion changed? And it's doing that in parallel in all of these little groups and assessing these 100 people in real time. And then it extracts the key insights that are emerging in parallel in each of these different small groups, and then it passes key insights to the agents in other rooms. And those agents in the other rooms then express the insights as part of the conversation that they're in. So if I'm in a group, 3 or 4 or 5 of us are having a conversation by text or voice or video conference, and there's an AI agent that's participating in this conversation. It's not making things up. It's not grabbing things off the internet. It's expressing insights that were raised in other rooms around the network, weaving all of the conversations together in parallel into a single deliberation that can brainstorm, prioritize, and converge on solutions. And we call that Hyperchat AI technology. And it enables thoughtful real-time conversation at potentially any scale. And it turns out from prior research, this optimizes collaboration and amplifies team intelligence. And it does this because Hyperchat AI, it doesn't just randomly pass information between these subgroups. It intelligently passes information to maximize the mixing of ideas and opinions and reasoning. And so if one group is talking about one potential solution and another group is talking about a similar solution, it's not going to pass that insight. It's going to instead pass that insight to a group that has not yet considered that solution. Or if another group has come up with a counterpoint that defeats a particular idea or has reasoning of why a particular idea is bad, it will pass that insight back to groups that are focused on that issue. So it's accelerating the mixing of content, and it's working to deliberately challenge each group to continually assess their views when confronted with counterpoints or alternative ideas. And it works. It enables groups to consider all the options very efficiently and converge not on the most popular solution, but on the solution that surfaces based on its deliberative merit. And so we built this technology, Hyperchat AI, which is an engine and API, into a software platform called ThinkScape that enables groups of up to 250 people to collaborate by text, voice, or video, and have productive conversations that converge on solutions very quickly. Okay. So large-scale discussions, up to 250 people. We've spent a lot of time validating the effectiveness of our technology through academic studies that were done in collaboration with Carnegie Mellon University, funded by the U.S. Air Force, a whole bunch of published studies. I'll just mention a handful in this presentation. But ultimately, in a nutshell, what we've proven rigorously is that when you bring a large group together in this way, in this hyper-connected structure, it makes teams smarter, it makes teams faster, and teams prefer it. And so the most recent study we did was on team forecasting, also with Carnegie Mellon. And here we had groups of 25 people, and we needed them to forecast something that we could validate at scale. And so we had them predict, we brought together groups of sports fans, and we had them predict 60 Major League Baseball games against the spread. And this was done in weekly collaborations over 8 consecutive weeks. And what we found was that when the groups came together in ThinkScape to predict these 60 baseball games, they were overwhelmingly accurate. They had a 63% win rate against the spread and a 46% ROI. In other words, they broke Vegas. To give you context, these are just regular sports fans. In the world of sports betting, anything above 55% accuracy is considered the realm of professional gamblers. Reaching 63% accuracy in forecasting with groups of average people really shows that this intelligence amplification that we saw in the abstract in an IQ test actually extends to real-world tasks. And so we make groups smarter. We also did a comprehensive brainstorming study with Carnegie Mellon where we said, okay, let's take groups of 75 people and let's have them brainstorm either in ThinkScape or in a single large group, as if you had 75 people in a single Slack channel or Microsoft Teams group or any other chat type of environment. And we had them perform it both ways, and then we had them give us feedback. And what we found is that when groups deliberated in ThinkScape, in these small groups connected together by AI agents, what we found was that they overwhelmingly said that they feel more productive, they feel more heard, they feel more collaborative. They said it surfaced better answers. They said that they felt more buy-in to the solution when they were connected together this way. They said they felt more ownership in the solution and they preferred it overall. So really positive results at a subjective level. So why is this important to organizations? And really, for me, the reason is a highly controversial one in the world of AI, which is people are smart. People have vast amounts of knowledge and wisdom and insight and intuition. And they're also the eyes and ears of any organization. They're interacting with customers, with supply chains, with manufacturers. They know what's going on, and they know what's going on in real time. And guess what? Organizations have a lot of them. Support teams, sales teams, analysis teams, engineering teams, financial teams, operation teams, whole divisions, even entire organizations have this wealth of information and intuition and knowledge about the operation of the organization. And before Hyperchat AI, there was no way to efficiently harness and amplify the intelligence of teams at enterprise scale. And so we invented Hyperchat AI. It enables these teams to be connected by AI agents, and it achieves two big things. It enables real-time communication at any scale, thoughtful communication, and it amplifies team intelligence. And as I mentioned, this will now unlock the intelligence of an organization, enabling more informed decisions, more accurate forecasts, deeper assessments, faster prioritizations, more creative brainstorms, broader collaboration, deeper team alignment. We see lots of customers where what they really need is they've got distributed groups around the world. There's no way to have them thoughtfully get aligned on an issue. Well, now there is. Faster problem solving and smarter AI systems. And it's worth talking about smarter AI systems for a second, because why is this important to AI systems? It's important because we can take any large team in an organization, connect them together, amplify their intelligence, and that includes not just their insight, but their reasoning. Because this is conversational, it's deliberative. When we ask a group to forecast who's going to win, this team or that team, yes, we're getting a forecast, but we're also capturing all the underlying reasons why they converged on that forecast and all the counterpoints that were raised against those forecasts. We're really deeply capturing the knowledge and reasoning of this collective intelligence. And we can feed that into enterprise AI systems. And when we do, it means that enterprise AI systems can have instant access to up-to-date knowledge, expertise, insight, reasoning, and situational awareness of this human database of across the organization. And that means that AI systems can have faster, more accurate AI-supported decisions and forecasts and assessments and evaluations. Also, we have customers who are actually using this to capture human insights so they can build better AI agents. Because if I want to understand how a support team solves a problem, and I bring 100 support people together and I have them have a conversation about it, I'll understand how they do it, but I'll also understand why they do it. I'll understand the underlying reasoning. And that's critical to building AI agents. But most of all, for me, the reason to do this in a large organization is to keep humans in the loop so that humans are part of critical decisions and critical insights that are coming out of AI systems. And in fact, you can set this up so that an AI system can actually request a large human group to generate insights on demand. and feed the AI system. And so the way that I look at this is that Hyperchat AI technology, when connected to enterprise AI systems, enables those systems to harness the human database of knowledge, expertise, reasoning, and situational awareness that's critical for keeping the AI system up to date, for making sure that human sensibility is part of those decisions, and ultimately keeping humans in the loop. So okay, so hopefully at this point you think this is a pretty important technology that can have significant impact on large organizations, and you're asking, well, where is this all headed? And that's the right question. And well, we can answer that by stripping away all the clutter, boil it down to the system, and what we see is what we're building can be expressed in two words: collective superintelligence. What we're building are systems that can hyperconnect individuals across an organization, harness their knowledge and wisdom and insight and sensibilities, feed enterprise AI systems. In addition, the enterprise AI systems can query this large intelligence of the human database, and we can produce systems that ultimately, together, humans and AI are both smarter and wiser, enabling us to make better decisions than either humans or AI could do on its own. So I'll wrap it up there. Again, I'm Louis Rosenberg from Unanimous AI. And again, that's Hyperchat AI technology. Instead of replacing people in an organization, we can hyperconnect people in an organization and enable both human and AI systems to get significantly smarter. Thanks.